I hang my poem out to dry, where sun can warm and birds can fly, where wind can blow the drops apart, where life can feel about to start. That's the start of my mom's book of poetry, Spirits, Songs, and Spaces. Poetry was always important to her, and it was one of the ways that she showed me that was by sharing it with me. When I was a kid, I remember she would sit me down at a typewriter, the kind that would jam if you typed a little bit too fast, and she would work with me so that I could come up with poems myself. A couple years ago, I had lunch with some of my old elementary school teachers, and those short rhyming couplets that I came up with were the things that they talked about, the things that would stick in their mind. My mom's poems were simple, but they were important to her, and they helped her distill down complex thoughts, and they stuck in your mind. She was an orthopedic surgeon, not a professional poet. She never published that poem or any other. But when she died and we wanted to make something to remember her by, we collected her poems together into a book. And I'm glad that we did. I think that it captures a little bit of the spirits, the songs, the spaces that were important to her. When you read the poems, you can see why she moved out west to Oregon, how important nature was to her, how important her family was to her, how she put her soul into her work. This last poem that I'll share with you is called The Woman Who Lived in a Cloud. There once was a woman who lived in a cloud, who never talked loud. She worked on a map, a great map of the sky, of where the birds fly. She was making her map by tracing each flap as the birds passed her by. She was charting their path past each watering hole, through each day-by-day goal. Over wide open spaces to the sheltering places, going from pole to pole. As she watched them, she saw the great lines that were true, lines that tied old to new. She watched patterns form. She watched the birds swarm. She felt soul alive, standing open-mouthed, looking north to south, seeing always pass by. The birds below, going where they must go, as all birds before. To her, making this map was a thanks she could say, was a way she could pray. Her map, a rainbow, whose lines always flow like the birds in the sky. Thank you.